Welcome back, guys. It is like 10 o'clock here at the Big Top on a Saturday morning. Kind of hot, not real bad as it has been in the past. We've sold like four different customers so far. That's not too bad. It's kind of slowing down right now, but definitely has been better than it has in the last couple of weeks. See, some of the things we've sold. I sold a group of 3 comics, the 99-cent comics. We sold 3 DVDs for $5. I sold some Super Nintendo video cables and power supply, and we sold NFL Tour for the 360. We did bring in quite a few games to put up on the shelves that we found during the week, and we had a Hyperkin order that we just recently put up as well. Also, a customer came in. He said he would definitely sell to us. He did bring something in this morning. Let me show you what it is, because it's a really good one. And there you go, guys. He brought me in a copy of Super Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo. Really happy to see this, because I had a box copy a few months ago that I sold to one of the collectors, Carlos, that's been sitting up out here. So again, real happy to get this. Thought I would mention that GameStop is currently having a sale. 4 games for $20 from PS3, Xbox 360, Wii, Xbox One, and PS4. So I picked a few games up when I went there. You should expect to see those at the end of this video. Again, I thought I would just let you guys know. Not sure how long the sale goes for, but there was some actually pretty decent stuff in there. You know, some $10 to $20 games that you can get right now for $5. Alright guys, it's coming up on 12 o'clock and we're sitting at $32. We've had one sale from 11 to 12. It was a $2.99 NASCAR game, so it is definitely slow. Again, though, it is very hot out here as well. By what the forecast has been for the month of September, it's supposed to be a hotter September, and it definitely is. Well, during the slow time, I was able to work on an Atari 2600, and I got it in. The cable was electrical taped, and I took it apart, and it looked horrible. I mean, there was no wire going around the insert inside the cable itself. So luckily, I had another cable. Slapped it in, and let me show you what it looks like now. Alright guys, here's the system that I was able to get fixed. Let me show you what it looks like. Doesn't come out real well in the screen for some reason, but as you can see, it looks pretty darn good. Well, my wife, when she came back from lunch, there was a vendor down our aisle that had some Wii games. For $2 a piece, she picked them up. One of them was definitely a really good one. First, we'll start with the decent ones. We've got Sonic and the Secret Rings. We've got a copy of Soul Calibur Legends, and here is the good one. Dragon Ball Z, Budokai, I cannot pronounce that, Tenkaichi 3. This one is missing the Greatest Fights DVD, but it's still a really good purchase for $2. It's kind of crazy. It's like a $40 game at GameStop. Well, it's 1 o'clock, and we are sitting at 163. As you can see, it's crazy what an hour makes. We sold quite a few stuff. The gentleman who I bought the Super Mario RPG from came back in and spent $64 with it. With us, he bought a whole bunch of NES games from Ikari Warriors 1 and 2, Blaster Master, a complete in box copy of Yoshi's Cookie. We sold Lollipop Chainsaw for the 360, Genji for the PS3. So yeah, we were actually doing really good, guys. Once things start picking up, I will let you know. Well, it's a little after 2 o'clock, and we're sitting at $2.59. So yes, we got a couple of really good sales. I sold a original NES system with 2 controllers, the Super Mario Duck Hunt game, and a pinball game for $50. Then they had they bought like 3 or 4 PS3 games. It ended up being almost $40. So again, another good day for us. Well, guys, when things start picking up, I'll let you know. All right, guys, it's a little after 3 o'clock, and we are sitting at $3.04. We only had a couple sales between 2 and 3, but one of them was a decent one. I sold an N64 system with 1 controller and the hookups with a $4 game. Also, I sold Naruto Clash the Ninja Revolution for the Wii for I think it was like $5. So yeah, my wife went to the grocery store again to do our shopping. She left a little early, so she should be coming back here any minute now. I think if we get to 3:30, I think we've done pretty good. It is really slowing down. I think we will head out for today. But if anything sells, I'll let you know. Well, I thought I'd stick this portion of the video in between Saturday and Sunday instead of putting it at the end of the video like I normally do. These are the 4 games that I got from GameStop. The 4 for $20 and are actually a little less than $5 a piece, like $4.60 to $4.80 a piece. Nothing spectacular here, but there are a few games that I wanted to add to my collection. First, we've got Bound by Flame. They also have this in the deal for the 360 as well. I mean, and you could see that the original price was like $13.49 for it. The other PS3 game I got, one I've been looking to pick up. I probably should have got it for the PS4, but it wasn't part of the deal. I got it for the PS3. It is Murdered Soul Suspect. Again, you can see that it was $13.49. And then my two PS4 games, they were like $8.99 a piece. Again, I got them for like $4.80 a piece. We got Stick It to the Man. I saw that it was actually a pretty decent game. I think IGN gave it like an 87 maybe, or 8.6 out of 10. I mean, anytime you can get PS4 games for $5, you know, I'm not going to turn it down, unless it's a sports game. The last one I got was Killzone Shadowfall, one of the release titles. Again, it was also normally $8.99. Well, guys, my wife ended up coming back about 3:30. The flea market just really slowed down to a crawl, so we decided to leave because we did have groceries in the truck as well. So we needed to get them back to get them in the freezer. So yes, we ended up at 3:04 for today, which is really good considering how slow it was. So guys, now stay tuned for Sunday. Welcome back, guys. It is Sunday morning. It is actually overcast outside. It's actually not too bad actually inside the booth right now. There's a 50% chance of rain, so fingers crossed, maybe it'll stay cool all day. So once things start picking up, guys, I will let you know. Well, guys, as you saw, up till about 10:30, there was just one sale for like $6. Then all of a sudden, the gentleman who came in and traded in Super Mario RPG and turned around and spent like $60 with us on NES games came back. He brought back Ikari Warrior 1 and 2. He said last night was enough for him. He realized how bad and frustrating the controls were on the NES for those two games, so he traded them back in. He also traded in two PS4 games, which I was really happy to see. It was Dragon Age Inquisition and another real popular game, Destiny. Then he turns around and spends like $90 with us on some more NES games. He got quite a few box games. He got Defender of the Crown boxed, Dragon Warrior boxed. Then he picked up Micro Machines and Bart, one of the Bart games. I know it was like maybe a $12 to $14 game, one of the Bart Simpson games. So now we're sitting at $93, which is really good. Well, guys, once things start picking up, I will let you know. Well, it's like 12:30, and now we are sitting at 2:43. We had a gentleman come in and was eyeing my Jungle Green N64 system with the controllers. He asked if I would take 40 for the system by itself, and I said, I'll take 45. He jumped on that, so we sold that for 45. So I'll sell the two green controllers by themselves to try to recoup some of the money. Also, then about 30 minutes later, he came back and bought the clear black machine as well for 45. I had two controllers with that, so again, I'll put those out to sell as well. Some of the other things we've sold, I sold Super Return of the Jedi for the original Game Boy for $6. I sold like 3 or 4 Atari 5200 games for like $2 a piece, and an Intellivision game for $3. I sold a couple Game Boy, original Game Boy cases for like 50 cents a piece. So yeah, it's been going really good, guys. Thanks again. Coming up on 2 o'clock, and we are sitting at $254, which again isn't too bad. It definitely is getting hotter out here. Maybe the sun has peeked out of the clouds now, because it's definitely starting to steam up inside the flea market. A few things that we've sold. We sold Titanfall for the Xbox One for $11, Rad Racer for the NES for $3, the Uncanny X-Men game for the NES for $5, and a Game Boy Advance game. It was like a 4-pack Nickelodeon game for the Game Boy Advance. That was like $3. So guys, once things start picking up, I'll let you know. Well, it is 3 o'clock, and we are sitting at 383. We picked up another really big sales. I sold a Sega Genesis 2 with probably 4 or 5 games. A PlayStation 1 game, which was, I think, Gauntlet Legends for 12, and a PlayStation 1 memory card. That was like 75 bucks. We saw Dragon Age Inquisition for the PS4 for 20. He also picked up Donkey Kong Country for the Game Boy Advance. I think that was 10. And then we sold a Nintendo DS Lite, a dark blue one. I think that was 27. So guys, once we sell something else, I will let you know. It's like I said, it's like 3 now, so more than likely things are going to slow way down, and we'll probably leave around 3:30 to 3:45. Otherwise, I'll come back. Well guys, I haven't filmed a video in here in quite a while, so I thought I'd come in here to do the wrap-up portion of the video. On Sunday from 3 to 4, we had one sale, but it was a doozy. We sold Super Mario RPG for 45. That puts us at 428 on Sunday, which is a really good day for us. Saturday we did 304 for a grand total of 732, so another amazing weekend for us. Just as a note for you guys, there will not be a CCG episode next Sunday or / Monday because we're not going to be at the flea market. We're on vacation. Me and the wife are going to be going up to First Virginia to see her son get married. Spend a few days there with her mom, and then during the week we're going to go and see my parents in North Carolina. So you never know, we may go to some flea markets and see if I can find some stuff, or maybe even hit some game stores if I can find any. Well guys, again, thanks for watching.